We at the Cross-Border Institute believe that the future of the Canadian economy very much lies in the ability of Canadians to be world-class traders, to be masters of borders is an expression that we use sometimes. No matter what business you're in, to think about selling to the world and not just selling to the domestic market. And so we're designing this from the level of the individual student, what are they going to get, that practical side, but also the big picture, what does this do for the Canadian economy? I'm the director of the Cross-Border Institute, and we are Canada's leading center on the movement of goods and people and information and funds across international borders. The lead co-teacher along with me is Laurie Tanous, and Laurie is somebody that has really been in the weeds for the last 20 years or so. She is an immigration lawyer. She is the vice president of the largest customs broker in Canada. She's worked for the government agency that runs the border. She's very much involved in sort of the day-to-day operations.
Generally, these types of matters that we're teaching in this course are not taught in accounting or finance, and they're not learned along the way. So being able to understand why a certain letter of credit would be needed or why a certain financial instrument would be needed would be most beneficial to somebody in that role.
One of the things that we thought about is should we be placing any extraordinary prerequisites on students coming into the course? Really, the most important thing is that somebody's got an interest and somebody's got a passion for this topic and that they're willing to put in the time to do it.
One of the things that we do, even though this is an online course, is some of the materials or the takeaways from it will be concrete examples, letters, documents. We're going to be walking people through how to do things, so step by step. And just that lesson alone will be invaluable for somebody to take back to their company.
We're also going to do things that get the students to interact. We're going to have online discussions and things like that because it's always important for the students to learn from each other.
People who are already in positions but need to enhance their knowledge, they could take some of these courses on a lunch hour, in a morning, in the evening, over the weekend. And so being able to have that flexibility to learn and then apply what they've learned in their day-to-day jobs is really a great asset to have.
But even if you're not a specialist in your field, it's going to really add a lot of value to your marketability and your opportunity to get jobs, and then once you get into a job, to your ability to excel in that job.
For the amount of time and the flexibility that this kind of course offers, it really provides somebody with a new skill set that they could take and use to benefit themselves.
Exports and imports are always going to be a big part of our economy. And so no matter what you do in the business world in Canada, you need to have a good understanding of how to manage international trade and how to get those things, whether it's goods, people, data, or money across borders. So it's a program that gets into sort of the details of that, into the complexities, the types of problems that you face on a day-to-day basis when you're doing international business.